Our two organisations have provided a large chunk of their healthcare for Somerset over several years, and what I think the sustainability and transformation programme will enable us to do is work in a far more collaborative, open way.
The history has been in the past, a patient may come to a stroke clinic and see me, and then 2 weeks later have an appointment to see you in the community, which is inefficient for both the patient and for the two organisations. And they don't care which organisation you work for, so long as you have the expertise at the right time to meet their needs they have at the time.
If we can have nurse-to-nurse communication, and if we can have therapist-to-therapist communication, rather than sometimes we communicate too much via IT services. So if we can speak to each other rather than using keyboards, I think that's a big positive.
And I think for the staff nurses involved, being able to develop and gain that knowledge will give them a better insight. I mean, improving the relationships between the community hospitals is something that we do need to work on, and we've already kind of started that process now.
We've talked about go on to have some pathway shadowing, so some people from Somerset Partnership coming into the stroke unit at Musgrove and experiencing what it is to be a nurse or a therapist in the acute trust, and vice versa. And that's really good for the patient, because you get someone who is experienced in the whole pathway of care that they're going to experience. But it's also really important for the staff. Currently, they may see what happens in the acute part of a patient's care or later on, but not really have that experience of what happens for the patient all the way through.
And I think we've been lucky in Somerset. We've got two organisations with great staff, with a great team and great expertise. What this gives us is the opportunity to link two excellent services together to form an even better service. And I think moving forward, if I was to look back in 5 years' time, the future will be hopefully, well, brighter than it is now.
Yes. Yeah.